Well, greetings viewers and voyeurs, Got That Funk here in a video response to my good buddy RogueCombatant and his recent video admonishing D. Landon Cole. I really haven't got much to say about what you said to Landon because I'm more than sure that Landon's capable of speaking for himself on these issues. However, the gist of your video seemed to me to be that you don't think that non-Americans really have a right to voice their opinions about the American elections, the politicians involved, or the policies involved. And this is a theme I've seen from you in different videos on your channel from time to time over the past year and a half, or channels over the past year and a half. Anyway, mate, I could hardly disagree with you more strongly. As you know, I am an American resident in the UK. Been living here for 21 years now. I don't get a vote in this country, and quite rightly so, because I'm a foreign citizen. But I do pay taxes in this country. And, you know, the old sort of, no taxation without representation thing kicks in for me. On the other hand, I understand why foreigners can't vote, and I actually agree with the policy. I'm sure you do too. You don't want foreigners voting in America, do you? Didn't think so. Anyway, so obviously since I don't get a vote, but the government's policies affect me, I think I've got more than a fair right to speak my mind about the UK government, its policies. When the election cycle comes around, I have every right to bitch about the specific politicians, their policies, and the parties, the lot. I have every right to say everything I want to about that. Now you might say, well, yeah, it's different though, Paul, because you live there and those policies directly affect you. And that's true. However, they would affect me even if I didn't live here, just to a lesser degree. And the same is true with non-Americans who criticize America, because in your video, Don, you acknowledge that American policies affect other parts of the world. You don't seem to have a problem with that, but somehow you think that that doesn't mean that it's okay for people to criticize other countries. Well, I'm sorry, but it's not like that, man. I'm sorry, Don, I think you're being a hypocrite. Calling a spade, buddy. I mean, just because I'm not Israeli, does that mean that I have got no right to criticize Israeli policies when I disagree with them? Just because I'm not Iranian, does that mean I have no right to say that Iran should throw off its theocracy and become a true democracy? Just because I'm not Saudi Arabian, does that mean I've got no right to tell Saudi Arabia that their women should be allowed to drive and vote? Just because I'm not Afghani, does that mean that I don't have a right to say that the Taliban shouldn't come back? I mean, come on, I could keep going forever about this. Of course we've got a right to have an opinion about what goes on in foreign countries. It's just silly to suggest otherwise. And if we have a right as Americans to complain about what goes on in foreign countries, then I'm sure everybody in a foreign country has a right to complain about what goes on in America, especially when it does directly affect them, in one way or another. So, I'll tell you what, Don. I will join you in your quest, in your mission to admonish foreigners, or non-Americans I should say, for criticizing American politics and politicians and whatever else, criticizing America. I will join you on your quest. 1 year and 1 day after the United States signs up to the International Criminal Court. 1 year and 1 day after our CIA stops meddling with the governments of other countries. 1 year and 1 day after we pull the last of our troops out of all foreign countries. 1 day and 1 year after our country stops trying to frustrate negotiations to stop global warming. When we live up to all of our treaty responsibilities and stop meddling in other countries, then I will join you in your quest to get other countries and their citizens to shut the fuck up about America. But until then, they've got a right to their opinion, and I can't believe that you think they don't. This Got That Funk. Thanks for watching, and may all your ups and downs be ups.